Part 1. The Unexpected Journey. At just 16, Megan's life took an unexpected turn. One afternoon, she learned that she was pregnant. The news shocked her and her boyfriend, John. They were both teenagers, still figuring out who they were, and now they were going to be parents. Their families were worried, and so were they. It felt like their whole world had changed in an instant. But Megan didn't let fear hold her back. She knew things would be difficult, but she wasn't going to give up on her dreams. She realized that this was her new reality, and now she had to figure out how to make it work. Megan was determined to be the best mother she could be, while still holding on to her own future. Megan's decision wasn't easy. She had always been a good student, with big dreams of becoming something more than just a high school graduate. But now, with a baby on the way, she had to rethink everything. She couldn't go down the usual path many of her peers were taking. She had to be strong, not just for herself, but for her baby, too. John, although young, stepped up. He promised Megan that they would figure this out together. They knew it would be hard, but they believed in each other. Together, they made the choice to stay focused, support each other, and build the future they wanted, no matter how hard it would be. Part 2. Facing the Challenges. The first few years after Megan's pregnancy were nothing like she had imagined. She was now a young mom, balancing the challenges of raising a baby with trying to finish her education. It was exhausting, and there were days when Megan didn't know how she was going to get through it all. John helped as much as he could, but being so young, he was still figuring out his own way in the world. They didn't have much money. Megan had to be resourceful, using every moment she had to study, while also caring for her child. Sometimes she'd stay up late studying, making sure she finished her assignments while John looked after their baby. There were times when Megan doubted herself. She'd look at her classmates who seemed to have everything: new clothes, free time, and no worries about balancing school and parenthood. But Megan refused to let comparison drag her down. She wasn't just working for herself, she was working for her son and for the future she dreamed of. Every little victory felt like a huge accomplishment. When she passed a tough exam, it felt like proof that she could make it. And when her son smiled, she knew all the hard work was worth it. Megan's determination to keep going, even when things got hard, became stronger with every day. Part 3. The Turning Point. By the time Megan turned 18, she had achieved something incredible. She graduated from high school. It wasn't easy, but Megan had done it. She had fought through the sleepless nights, the stress, and the doubts. Graduation day felt like a huge milestone, not just for Megan, but for her family and John, too. They had supported her every step of the way, and now she was ready to take the next step toward her dreams. But Megan knew this was just the beginning. She had always dreamed of going to college, but now she faced an even greater challenge. College was expensive, and Megan didn't have the same advantages as many other students. She didn't have the luxury of time to just focus on her studies. She still had to work part-time to help support her family. John, however, was there for her. He encouraged her to apply to college and reminded her that if anyone could handle the pressure, it was her. Megan applied to a local university, determined to continue her education and set a good example for her son. She worked extra hours, found scholarships, and did whatever it took to make her dream a reality. College wasn't easy, but Megan was used to hard work. She took every opportunity to learn, ask questions, and grow. She started to see how everything she had gone through, the challenges, the sacrifices, had prepared her for this moment. She wasn't just doing it for herself anymore. She was doing it for her son and for every young person who thought their dreams were impossible because of the obstacles they faced. Part 4. The Climb to Success. When Megan was 26, she reached a milestone she never could have imagined as a young mother. She had earned her degree and was now a professor at a local university. Her story was no longer just about overcoming challenges, it was about achieving something extraordinary. Megan had gone from a 16-year-old girl facing an unplanned pregnancy to a 26-year-old professor with a thriving career. Becoming a professor wasn't just about earning a title, it was about giving back. Megan knew how much support she had needed to get to this point, and now she wanted to do the same for others. She became a mentor to her students, sharing her story and encouraging them to never give up, no matter the circumstances. Megan's success was a testament to the power of perseverance. She had faced countless obstacles, yet she refused to let them define her. She believed in the power of education and hard work, and her journey proved that with the right mindset, anything was possible. Her story spread quickly, inspiring not just young mothers, but anyone facing difficulties. She became a symbol of hope, showing that success isn't determined. Part 5. A Legacy of Inspiration. Today, Megan is a professor, a mentor, and an inspiration to many. She looks back at her journey with pride, knowing that she turned her challenges into opportunities. Her story is a powerful reminder that no matter how difficult life may seem, the right attitude and a lot of hard work can turn dreams into reality. Megan never forgot where she came from. She always made time to help others, especially young mothers who were struggling like she once did. She gave them the advice and encouragement she wished she had received early on. Megan's life wasn't just about her success. It was about lifting others up and showing them that their dreams were possible too. Her legacy lives on in the lives of all the students she's mentored and all the young women who've heard her story. Megan proved that no matter how old you are or what challenges you face, you can always rise above. Her story isn't just about becoming a professor at 26. It's about the power of perseverance, hope, and the belief that anything is possible if you keep pushing forward. Summary of the story. At 16, Megan's life took an unexpected turn when she found out she was pregnant. Her boyfriend John was just as shocked, but they both knew their lives were about to change forever. Their families were worried, but Megan made a choice. She wasn't going to let this setback define her. She wanted to build a better future for herself, John, and their baby. The first few years were tough. Megan was a young mom, balancing schoolwork and caring for her baby. John helped as much as he could, but they were both still so young. There were sleepless nights and moments when Megan felt like giving up. But she had a dream. She knew education was the key to changing her life. With support from her family and friends, Megan pushed through. She stayed up late, studying for exams while caring for her baby. She dreamed of making a real difference in the world. By 18, she graduated high school, a huge accomplishment, and she wasn't stopping there. Megan worked hard to get into college. It wasn't easy, but she stayed focused. She worked part-time jobs, attended classes, and did her best to be there for her son. John was there with her, encouraging her. By 26, she achieved something incredible. She became a professor. Her journey proved that no matter how tough life gets, dreams are worth fighting for. Megan's story is one of perseverance. She's not just a professor, she's an inspiration to anyone who thinks their dreams are out of reach. With hard work, determination, and the right support, you can turn any situation into success. Megan now teaches and mentors others who face challenges. She knows the struggles of Part 1. A life-changing moment. At 16. At 16, Megan's world changed when she found out she was pregnant. It wasn't planned, and both she and her boyfriend, John, were overwhelmed by the news. They were still teenagers, with no idea how to balance school, life, and a baby. Their families were worried, and they were filled with doubt. But despite everything, Megan made a choice that would define her future. Instead of letting the situation hold her back, she chose to push forward. She knew it wouldn't be easy, but she refused to give up on her dreams. Megan was determined to create a better life for herself, John, and their baby. It was clear to her that education was the key to a brighter future. She wasn't going to let being a young mother stop her from reaching her full potential. Megan's resilience and focus on her future were about to change her life forever. Part 2. juggling motherhood and school. The first few years after her pregnancy were incredibly challenging. Megan had to balance being a mom with her education. She was still in high school, trying to figure out how to care for her baby while keeping up with assignments and tests. There were moments when Megan wanted to give up. She felt exhausted, overwhelmed by sleepless nights, and unsure of how she was going to make it. But she kept reminding herself why she was doing it: her baby's future. John was there to help, but he was still figuring out how to manage everything too. Megan knew it was up to her to push forward and make the sacrifices necessary to succeed. Late nights were spent studying for exams while caring for her baby, and Megan didn't give up on her dream to finish school. She completed high school with determination and a new purpose. This was just the beginning, and she was determined not to stop there. Part 3. Graduation and the road to college. By 18, Megan achieved something she never thought possible. She graduated from high school. It wasn't an easy journey, but she had done it. The day of her graduation was one of the proudest moments of her life. Megan had faced so many obstacles, being a young mom, working part-time jobs, and studying, but she had made it. Her dream of finishing school was no longer just a dream. It was her reality. But Megan knew she couldn't stop there. She had bigger goals ahead. College was a dream that seemed out of reach for many young mothers, but Megan didn't let that stop her. She knew that education would open doors for her and her child. She worked hard to save money, applied for scholarships, and pushed herself to get into a local college. It wasn't easy, but her determination kept her going. She wasn't just building a future for herself, but for her son as well. Part 4. Balancing college, work, and motherhood. College life was a whole new challenge for Megan. She was now in her early 20s, working part-time jobs to support herself and her son while attending classes. There were days when she felt like she couldn't juggle it all. But with a clear vision in mind, Megan kept going. She focused on her studies during the day, worked long hours at night, and made sure her son always felt loved and cared for. John was supportive, but Megan knew she had to take responsibility for her future. She would often stay up late, studying until the early hours of the morning, pushing through the exhaustion. Though it was hard, she never gave up. She kept reminding herself that every challenge she faced was just another step closer to her goal. Megan understood that success wouldn't come easily, but she was willing to do whatever it took to reach it. Part 5. Becoming a professor at 26. By the time Megan was 26, she had achieved something incredible. She became a professor at a local university. It was a dream she had worked toward for years. She had overcome so many challenges along the way, from being a young mother to balancing work and school. Her journey wasn't easy, but her hard work, perseverance, and focus had paid off. Megan's story became an inspiration for others. She had proven that no matter how difficult life may seem, dreams could still be realized with determination. Being a professor wasn't just about the title. It was about showing young people that their backgrounds or circumstances didn't define their future. Megan was living proof that with hard work and the right mindset, anything is possible. Part 6. A legacy of hope and inspiration. Today, Megan is not just a successful professor, but a mentor and inspiration to many young people. She uses her own story to encourage others to keep going, even when life feels impossible. Megan's experience taught her the value of perseverance and the importance of believing in yourself, no matter how tough the journey gets. Megan's success isn't just about the career she built for herself. It's about the lives she touches and the message she shares with others. She shows young mothers, students, and anyone facing difficult challenges that success is within reach. Megan's story proves that you don't have to be defined by your circumstances. With determination, hard work, and the belief that anything is possible, dreams can come true at any age. She is a living example of how perseverance can lead to success before the age of 30, and her legacy continues to inspire countless others.